Hey guys, it's Alondra here. Welcome back to A Squared 27. This video is basically going to be about Black History Month, so let's get on with it. So, one example of Black History Month, I think I'm proud to be African American. Honestly, we have made some of the best things ever. Let me tell you something. Some of the best things ever come from African American. The first cell phone. Now I'm not saying the actual phone. The first phone was created by, I don't know, some other dude. Comment below if you know who created like the first phone. But the first cell phone, the first mobile phone was created by an African American. So if the first cell phone had not been created, Steve Jobs would have never been an empire and we would not have iPhones like we have today. Next thing, pioneers like, oh, I don't know, Martin Luther King. Duh. Pioneers like Martin Luther King. This is why we have the rights today. Like the famous speech said, he had a dream. He had a dream that we were going to be equals. We are equals, man. Stuff like this. It's just amazing to see everybody. I didn't really think of it before, but now thinking of it, it's just like thinking of all the things. I'm so privileged. I mean, my family, we have a nice house. We have a nice house. I have an iPhone 6. My grandparents have iPhone 6 Pluses. I mean, we are allowed to do stuff. Not only some of the greatest people in music. Let's be real. Music and dance would, if there was no African Americans here, music and dance, do you know, I'm sorry, but do you know how boring it would be? Music and dance, it was shaped like the jazz era. Artists like Ella Fitzgerald, who pioneered scat, like like that. She pioneered scat. I still remember the song, a tisket, a tasket, a sweet rubber basket. I still remember that because that is what etched into my brain. That's what people remembered. It was something different, and that's what started it all. And music, also artists like Whitney Houston. She did the song Everyone Knows I Will Always Love You. That song shaped everybody because everyone knows it. As soon as you mention Whitney Houston, you always think I Will Always Love You. That song is one of the most amazing songs ever. Also, the late great Natalie Cole, who just died at 65. Shame, really. But the late great Natalie Cole, the daughter of the great jazz artist Nat King Cole, she's the one who basically redid her father's music. She carried on his legacy. And she's like the song Orange Colored Sky. I'm actually singing that for AMTC. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it. And I'm really excited to pay tribute to her with it. Modern day artists now like Tamar Braxton, Beyonce. I mean, if these African American artists, let's be real. If there were no African American artists, if there was no jazz, soul, R&B music, our music today would be boring. It would just be classical music like do 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 do. It would just be boring classical music that everyone falls asleep to. I mean, I know I use classical music to study because I cannot listen to words whenever I study. And I usually end up falling asleep to it. No offense to the great composers out there. You guys are awesome. Stick to what you're good at. But let's be real. What we need is songs that we can dance, songs that we can move to, and songs that actually have meaning. This, African Americans shaped that. We paved a new way. We paved a new way for people, for people to come along. If great African American musicians had not paved a way, Beyonce would not exist. Beyonce would not be in music. Do you want to live in a world like that? Would you want to live in the world like that? Let's just take a moment to think. A world, the music world, today's modern music, without Beyonce in it. It's horrifying. It's a horrifying thought. I just thought of it. It's scary. It's a scary place. Black History Month, it is a very important thing. It's a very important thing to know where you come from. Like I said earlier, I realize I'm so fortunate to live in the 21st century where, let's be honest, there is still racism out in the world. I couldn't imagine what it was like if that was me. I'd be like, I can't help the color of my skin. All right? I can't help it. I mean, what do you want me to do? Paint myself white? Honestly, I'd just look like an idiot then. If I paint myself white, I'm gonna look like a total, complete idiot. But I'm proud to be black. I'm proud to be African American. It really is a great thing. I just get, words can't even come to mind to describe how much African Americans have done. It's all of this. I mean, let's also talk about how could I forget Oprah Winfrey. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Everyone gets a car. Let me tell you something. You think how much Steve Jobs makes? Let me tell you how much Oprah makes. Oprah has her own TV network. You got your own TV network. You know you've made it. Oprah's like the queen of daytime TV. Honestly. She shaped television. Oprah shaped reality TV talk shows. She shaped them. She paved the way for people. Not to mention, let's not forget the President of the United States, Barack Obama. My opinion, one of the best presidents that we've had so far, because he actually gets stuff done. Now, the presidents before, they haven't really touched on issues that are in this country. Our president right now, honestly, if he was allowed a third term, we'd all elect him immediately. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, this year's candidates for our president, if one of those people becomes our president, America's gonna be completely flushed down the toilet than it already is. Listen to me, all you racist people out there, stop it. Just stop it. All right, people are people. All right, it doesn't matter if you're tall, short, black, white, Asian, anything. It does not matter the color of your skin. This may sound like something that came off of a Black History Month poster, but it does not matter the color of your skin. It matters what's inside of you. You cannot judge people by just because they're different than you. Let me tell you something. You think that God, you look different than me, I look different than you. But that's what makes us all beautiful, all right? You could think you are the ugliest creature ever. You could think you're like a tree monster. But let me tell you something, you are beautiful. All right, you're beautiful. Okay? I'm letting you know this now. You are a beautiful human being that God has created you, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. We're all made in the image. We're all made in the image of God. And honestly, he planned for this to happen. He planned for you to be here. And you shouldn't judge another human being just because they're different than you. Let me tell you something. You have no right to judge anybody just by the way that they look. You have no right to judge somebody just by the color of their skin or just by the shape of their body. But if you have a right to judge me just because I don't look like you, I have a right to judge you just because you don't look like a supermodel. The truth hurts, my friend. The truth hurts. But now that I think about it, I think of all the great things that African Americans have done. Now that I think about it, we shouldn't just have, I agree with some sort of stuff. We shouldn't just have a Black History Month. We should have each month should be dedicated to a different race in their history. I mean, America, it's like a melting pot. All of these different cultures and all of these different people, all these different races are coming together to create a great nation, all right? We had the power to make this nation not look like the greediest nation ever. We have the power to do that. We need to celebrate each other, celebrate our differences, because that's what makes us awesome. We should celebrate different races. I mean, tons of people are here from people like Mexican people. They are important. They're important because they're our neighboring country to the south, and it's very important that we like do trade and stuff with them. And it's also, and you know, Spanish is America's second language, I believe. I'm pretty sure other than English, Spanish is America's second language. We can learn from them. We can learn their language so that if we ever come to their country, if we ever go to their country, like Aqua's in Mexico right now. Shout out to Aqua, hi. But she's in Mexico right now, and she's learning the language. And I'm like, all right, yeah, it's important that we learn each other. It's important that we learn from each other. Not to mention, Mexican food is awesome. Their food, like, amazing. Like, tacos, oh my god, those things are freaking amazing. And pastelillos, those things are awesome. Awesome. But other stuff like another race, Asians, you people are freaking awesome. Not to mention, I mean, it's very important about skincare and stuff like that. I'm gonna be real with you. My skin breaks out all the time. Asia has brought over some of the best beauty secrets ever. I mean, I mean, no wonder why every girl in Asia be looking like a supermodel, because like with great skin, because Asia has some of the best beauty secrets ever. And like India, those Indians, not to mention Indians are the people who help you with your computer for tech support. So let's give it up to them. Let's give it up to Indians, because they're the ones who fix your computer for tech support. And I know it's a stereotype, but it's kind of true. I mean, my church pastor is Indian. I love him. He's so awesome. I mean, he's known me since I was a baby. And it's really nice to know that tons of people are out there making a difference. We're all beautiful in our own way. Now, I realize that this video kind of turned in from a lesson in Black History Month to just me saying random stuff. But this random stuff that I'm saying, it's not just because I can't really think of stuff to say. It's because all of it's true. Alright? Everything. Black History Month is very, very important. And I hate that people just gotta rat and hate on it. Alright? It's not cool to rat on hate. It's not cool to rat and hate on something that shaped the world. I mean, African Americans, we've come so far. Looking at everything, if it wasn't for those people that helped us, if it wasn't for those people who wanted to say, no, I'm not going to just sit back here and take this. I'm going to stand up for myself. If it wasn't for the actions of those people, we would not be here. We would not be where we are today. We'd be sent back to Africa as slaves. We'd be sent back to Africa, or we'd still be in slavery. We'd still be in slavery. Just think about that for a minute. If it wasn't for the actions of some people, we would all still be slaves. I don't know about you. I can't get by on a Girl Scout camping weekend. I would not be able to. I'd die in minutes as a slave. I can't imagine what it was like. But I just really wanted to get this message to you guys. And I know this video is not really haha funny, but you know, I just really wanted to express my feelings in this video. Thank you for letting me express my videos. Oh yeah, and another thing, I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for just watching these, you know. Thank you guys for watching this, for subscribing. Make sure to keep subscribing, because we want to try and get our message out there to people, you know. And just thanks to everybody at school, you know, thanks for letting me make you laugh, and thanks for thinking that I'm funny. Thanks for actually just tuning in and watching and looking forward to this. You know, we may not talk much at school, but let me tell you something, I like you, alright? You are a very nice person. We may not talk at all, or I may not have met you yet, but you are an awesome person. You are awesome. Don't ever forget that. And as an African American today, I can proudly say I have rights. I'm allowed, like, when I turn 16, I'm going to turn 16 next year, I can get my driver's license. I can have a nice house. My parents can have great jobs. I can be the president of the United States if I want to. I can be one of the greatest singers ever. I can be a senator. I can be a politician. I can be anything. I can be anything I want to be. As long as I put my mind to it, I can be anything that I want to be. And that's what this is all about. The actions of African Americans paved the way for everything to fall into place. For us to be where we are today. And that is an amazing thought, because everything that you do is going to affect you. What goes around comes around. As Beyonce said in her song, what goes around comes back around. Everything that you do has a purpose. Alright, you were made for a purpose. You're made to do something more than what you do. Who knows? You may be a senator. You could be the president. You could be the next president in whatever year you want to run for president. Go ahead. You do that. So let me tell you something. You can't be any worse than this year's presidential candidates. God help us. Seriously, God help us. But anyway, thanks for letting me get my feelings out. Alright, I think I better wrap up this video. Oh, but one thing. I'm gonna kind of steal from Martin Luther King here. I have a dream that Black History Month is gonna get better and better over the years. It's going to be that more people are going to do awesome stuff. More African Americans are going to stand up. I mean, I have a dream that we're going to have an every race month. I have a dream that we're going to have an Indian American History Month. I have a dream that we're going to have a Mexican American History Month. An Asian American History Month. I mean, so many people have done amazing things. And to all the white people out there, you do amazing things too. We could have a White History Month too, although we celebrate that like every single day in our history textbooks. Think about that. But anyway, all right. I guess I should wrap this up. So, I'm sorry that I didn't do Alondra's weekly shoutouts of the week. It's because nobody really asked me for any. So next week, make sure to ask me for a shout out if you want one. And I may just shout you out in my next video if I don't forget. But anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Aqua's in Mexico, so she can't really upload this week or next week. So whenever she'll be back, she'll upload her next video. But until then, Aqua uploads new videos every Monday or Tuesday. I upload new videos every Thursday or Friday. I am Alondra Garvin, and this is A Squared 27. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. and I already said that. But anyway, bye.